Alright, so I checked everything, and I think the sound is on. Right now there's only a small raining sound. So that should be all that you can hear. We already listened to those, I think. So we just got back from Miku's dream. I believe that's her name. Just got back from Miku's dream, and we woke up as Ray. So maybe we should go check on Miku.
Ray? Are you having trouble sleeping? Ray, this is it.
Here you go, Ray. I thought this might have some connection to that photo of the passageway. Buried mummies. It has been reported that in the process of rebuilding Kukaiji Temple, which commenced last month, many mummies have been found in the walls of the hallway. In the walls of the area called the Shadow Hallway in Kukaiji Temple, there were stains in the shape of humans, but when that hallway was restored, someone noticed there was something like the root of a tree coming out of the wall. Digging it out, it turned out to be a mummy. In the other stained areas, many more mummies were found, and quite a commotion was raised. The Kukai Temple insists they are enshrined saints, but certain observers argue that they may have been killed in sacrifice. Thanks, I'll just borrow this for a bit. Add the newspaper article about the buried mummies to your file. Here you go, Ray. I thought this might have something to do with that photo of the tomb. Many bones found in ruins. On the 8th, in a survey of an ancient castle ruins in the northern part of the prefecture, a large number of human bones were discovered in the ground. Stacked tombstones were excavated from the center of the castle, an area thought to be the courtyard. Bone after bone was discovered beneath them. All bones are thought to be from the time the castle was built. The burial clothes seem to indicate they are from laborers who built the castle. It is believed they were buried after the castle's completion to protect the plan of the castle or the location of treasure, like the Taj Mahal. Or perhaps those who built the castle were killed as a sacrifice. Thanks, I'll hold on to it for a bit. You add the newspaper article Many Bones Found to your file. Ray, I researched that abandoned house we covered. Here, why don't you take a look? Coverage of the abandoned house. Below is a summary of what a newspaper reporter told me about the coverage of the abandoned house. I didn't have time before, so please take this as a reference. History of the manor. They say there were several villages around the manor until the 1900s, but today only the abandoned house remains. Even the landowner does not know when or why it was built. Now only the area around the entrance is left, but originally it was a huge manor, deep and strangely shaped. It seems on old maps a shrine is occasionally drawn in, but now there exists not so much as a trace of it, and not much is known about it. But on the outlying mountains it seems like a myth-like story is told that is connected to the other world. The rumor of the ghost manor may be due to the myth, but since long ago the abandoned house has been called a ghost manor. Many people visit it just because of the rumor. The rumor is that you can meet the dead at the manor, and further, that the dead you meet will summon you to the other world. The rumor's origins are said to be in seances that were held in a shrine there, but that's merely a rumor too. In any case, I think the story of the mountain connected to the other world is the source of the rumor. Thanks, I really appreciate it. You added abandoned house to your file.
You can ask me whatever you want, okay?
Okay, let me check those. He tells me the house I went to is famous for being haunted. They say it's a place where people can meet the dead, and that the dead lure people into the other world. The words have stayed in my mind. What if he really is there inside that manor, calling me out to me? What will I do? I want to just go back to this. Sacred rope was hung along the narrow corridor behind the door where I heard the moaning, and the walls were covered in black human-shaped stains. There was a similar stain left behind after Yoshino Takagawa went missing. I read in one of the papers about mummified bodies being discovered behind the same kinds of stain. Then we need to go back to incidents. Human columns. The mound of graves in the courtyard out inside the manor. In the ruins of an old castle, the bones of people thought to have worked on the construction were found under a mound. Shrine carpenters were buried alive as sacrifices. Did the same thing happen there too?
Ray, you've been working too hard. You should get some rest.
So, photography. I guess let's just go out for right now. Maybe we should go back to sleep, but I kind of want to check around just to see if anything's new. We haven't been in here in a while. Doesn't seem like anything new, except some, I guess you call it artifacting on the graphics. Alright, let's check downstairs really quickly. There was a ghost here at one point. Oh, is Miku a ghost? How did she teleport down here?
It seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
Wonder if that's to indicate this is not real. She's still dreaming. Should we go out and check the other places? Kind of feels like we should check around in between every time we go. Chilly breeze escapes from the empty bathroom. Nothing new in here. I don't think I had new pictures either. No, that's just the storage. This was the dark room. Let's check and see if I had any more. Okay, I don't. Alright, so I guess it's just time to go back to sleep. Knocked on the toilet door. It looks like no one is inside. Alright, we're just going to go back and go up and go to sleep then. If you're wondering why I haven't played in quite a bit, it's because I've had a lot of stuff at work. Everybody's getting sick, and I've also been worried about getting sick too. And I've just been like incredibly busy. Alright, is she here? No, okay, she's not here. Or is she? Thought somebody might be sleeping. Okay. So she did just go downstairs. Alright, let's go to sleep. Yes. Looks like Miku. I also got a haircut. Okay, so we're back with Miku again. Okay. I don't really remember where she was going. Alright. So I'm on night 6. We're on night 7 now, apparently. I thought they went by hours, though. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. And let's try through here, I guess. If the sound gets like louder and softer randomly, that's the game, not me. I have it up pretty loud. I don't know why it gets like really, really soft and really, really loud. I guess it's fine for people just listening, but people playing, maybe not. Alright, we're just checking out this area. If the camera angles can stop making me turn back and forth, that would be nice. And I'm also kind of waiting a little in between to, like, I don't know, seems to get more viewers. Cause I noticed like only 2 people watched like for like a week or 2, and now it's like at 9. Can we go through this door? Is this where we fought? Yeah. So can we go further in now? I don't want to go any further. Mafuyu. So Mafuyu was... I think this is the place down there is where in the original game, Mafuyu stayed with the ghost lady. And if that's a spoiler to you, you should have watched my playthrough of Fatal Frame 1 and playthrough of Fatal Frame 2. Right, so it's not this way. It's the other way. Been nice for there to be some items over there, if you do go over. Because going through this last time, I remember it being like pretty difficult. Let's change to that. In case we need any quick pictures. The boss is pretty difficult, is what I want to say.
Over here.
Did I get it? Yeah. Wish there was some indication like that it would turn like just blue instead of red when there's not a fighting ghost, because it kind of confuses me.
Over here.
500 points over here. What if I go the other way? So it looks like the layout, I think the layout changed a little bit. There's an item over here. And over here. Kind of want it to be a sacred water. Or, I mean, herbal things are nice too, but... Wasn't there a way to go in here? Guess no. Not yet. Guess I should go upstairs then. That's just the first area I saw, so might as well. I tried looking into them, but the writing has smudged from the damp and I can't read what it says. So it looks... illustration of some kind of aesthetic. His body is covered in what looks like a tattoo. On the next page is a picture showing the aesthetic being swallowed up by a snake. Maybe this is a book illustrating local myths or folk tales or something. Large bookcase of old books. The writing's damp and can't read. Seems to be a ceremony honoring a local god, but I can't make out exactly what's going on. So a lot of like ritualistic things. Peeling, surrendering of the flesh, shrine maiden. Books in the bookcase are faded and covered in dust. The paper is turned to shreds and I can't read anything. That one looks like we can push it, but I'm trying to see if there's any secrets. Okay, well we can't even do anything to that one, so let's talk to this one. There's a small space at the back of this low bookcase and I can see a ladder leading up. I tried pushing the bookcase, but it's too heavy. Probably only a man could move it. So sexist. Probably a man or someone taller like Ray. Maybe Ray could do it. So I guess we'll also be playing as a man at some point. Maybe Kay. This is the only other place to go, right? Door's tightly sealed. Then what's going on? Is there another door? Oh. I didn't even notice. I thought this was just a different lighting on the wall. Apparently we can't get that item that was back there.
Save the two.
Save the two. We're talking about the twins from the second game? Are they talking about Mio? Was that Miku's dream? But why? It seems Miku is having that same dream too. The rope house? The house in Miku's dream is different from the one I've been seeing. The corridors hung with rope, the blood altar, the woman torn apart. Miku has a memory of these things. Is the place somehow connected to Miku and her memories of her brother? Miku Hinasaki. The girl who works as my assistant, she too wanders the house in her dreams, looking for Mafuyu, her brother. She's always been so cheerful and strong. And stong. Not strong, stong. Strong, what happened to her in the past? Is she still wounded by what happened, just like me? Begging for help. The girl who called Miku back when she tried to leave her dream. Your brother's here, she said in a sad, mournful voice. Miku was stunned by what she heard. Sorry. And those are the ones we've already gotten. The ones we already read. Let's go ahead and save. We're just gonna start a new save file, I think, every time I play. That's the same. So it's daytime, so we have some daytime stuff to do, I guess. Doesn't make sense to sleep during the day. Let's go see if we can see Miku now.
Miku? Ray, I'm sorry. I don't feel so well. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, she's supposed to be out working, but she's still here. Miku? Oh, right, I don't feel so well today. I didn't sleep so well. Miku, did something happen yesterday? I just had a strange dream, that's all. Please don't worry about me. By the way, a letter came for you this morning. I left it in the kitchen. Thanks, get some rest today. And then there's this. A photo of Kei. Kei Amakura. Isn't this him? Where did you find this photo? Yesterday, looking through my brother's albums. My brother worked on the same editing team as you for a while. I thought there might be a photo of him left over from those days. I see, thank you. On the back of the photo is written, Kei Amakura, recent photo of author. You added Kei's photo to your file. Okay. So yeah, I'm guessing Kay is going to be one of the people we can play as, maybe a little bit later. And maybe he's going to be in Miku's dream. Or maybe they're all the same mansion. They're all connected through sleep, and they're all going to like somehow like connect. That's my guess, is that they will eventually connect, because Miku needs to go into Rei's dream as well, because there's a place where you go down under something. She left something. I thought she said on the kitchen counter. I think it's this thing, but maybe I need to go from the other side. There we go. There's a letter on the kitchen counter. It looks like it's from Kay. Miku must have brought it and left it here. Letter from K4. Dear you, have you listened to the 3 tapes I sent before? I'd like you to listen to them before you read the rest. Maybe you won't believe it, but I've had the Manner of Sleep dream. First, I thought it. So we will probably be playing as him. First, I thought I was just thinking about the manor too much, but after listening to those tapes and to Mio, I'm displaying the same symptoms. In the dream, I'm in a snowy manor. I don't remember it well, but it resembles the house I got the camera obscura from. So he has a camera obscura as well. I get a bad sense from the manor, just like the testimonies. The only difference is I was pursuing Mio in the manor, and Mio wasn't dead. Maybe it's Mayu as Mio. Because didn't she like give up a part of herself? I think Mio gave up a part of her like soul to Mayu when she killed Mayu. And if that's spoilers for Fatal Frame 2, go watch my Fatal Frame 2 playthrough. All this is, I understand why Fatal Frame 3 wasn't remade now, or kind of 1 too. I think 1 the would have been good to remake first, but like 2 is the big like story. 3 is referencing things that happened in 1 and 2, so it doesn't really make sense to be remade first. And I think 4 and 5 also reference things from the first 2 games. I don't know about 4, but 5 definitely does. But anyways, if the urban legend of the Manor of Sleep is true, and I can wake Mio from her dream, maybe I can save her. Even if it makes little sense, I feel I'm getting closer to the truth. Regards, Kei Amakura. They're from K4 added to file. The 3 cassettes, maybe they're in used room somewhere. A friend of Yu's researching the Manor of Sleep. He and you were researching an urban legend about the Manor of Sleep. It is the same manor I have been seeing in my dreams. He started looking into it because of his niece Mio, who fell prisoners to her dreams about the Manor of Sleep. Okay, that makes sense now. But he got sucked in too in the course of his research, and now he's trying to find a way to escape from the dreams. This kind of sounds like one of the things where if you hear about it, then it starts happening to you. Like, there are several things. I won't say them because you might be superstitious about that. Viewers might be superstitious, so I won't talk about them. But there are several things where if you like become aware of them, then apparently they start happening to you. This kind of seems like the Manor of Sleep is somewhat like that. So not there. Maybe in his drawer. There are typed and handwritten letters and several books left out on the desk. In the desk drawer there is a thick envelope. It is from Kei Amakura. Perhaps this is the cassette tape from the letter. Dear you, I got a tape from On the Manor of Sleep, urban legend from a source at the hospital. A psychiatrist had recorded the medical condition of a patient. There is a lot of background noise as it was originally recorded on a gramophone, but the content is great. It's not quite anthropology, but I think you'll be interested too. It's a lot to ask, but I'd like you to find out about legends or cases of missing people similar to this one. Regards, Kei Amakura. It seems the cassette tape in the envelope was on the Manor of Sleep medical cases after all. Seems as though there's one more old tape. I thought I said there are 3 though. Let's check the other drawer. this. And the bookcase is the book Occultism that Amakura wrote about it in his letter. The camera obscura is a device used to capture the other world made by occultist Kunihiko Aso. So we're finally learning the legend, the history of the camera obscura, I guess. From the late 19th to the early 20th century, he tried to communicate with and get proof of this other world. The term occultist refers to people involved in the movement to verify Eastern thought using contemporary Western technology. Kunihiko Aso is a prime example of such an occultist. The camera obscura was one of his quintessential experiments. He modified the at the time still rare camera. Commas are important. By adding a special lens and film, it was supposed to capture unbelievable things normally invisible to the naked eye, like a so-called different phase interval, and spirits and ghosts. They're very rare nowadays, but apparently these cameras are still traded among curio dealers. Most have been broken, and we have lost the chance to see the other world, as well as Aso's achievements for eternity. After you've received new information, you may find related books and documents in bookcases or desks. In the bookcase, there's a book with a projector similar to the one you photographed in the mention. So that's interesting. So as you find more information, it's kind of like there's some effect where like it happens a lot with like new words you learn. You find out about a new word and then you start seeing it everywhere. That seems to be what's happening in the game, which makes sense. Like you are learning about something and then you find related things. And so you notice the other things because they're related to the thing you learned about. That's pretty interesting. In the bookcase, there is a book with a projector similar to the one you photographed in the mansion. The device shown here was left by Kunihiko Aso. He used it to substantiate the existence of and communication with the spirit world. He was a brilliant scientist and philosopher, and by appropriating Western culture in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, he combined new technology with his theory on the spirit world to prove its existence. It is said a few of his devices were able to capture an unbelievable existence from the spirit world, but posthumously, from that singular beginning, his devices became a fashion item among dilettantes and were scattered about the country. One such device is this projector. Having completed the experimental stage of the camera obscura, a camera that photographs the other world, see above, he created a screen upon which to project the special images captured on the film. So that's what's happening. That was what was. That's why there are projectors in Fatal Frame 2, or this is a retcon to make that make sense. The records say that images were projected that could not be seen when they were photographed. You add the art of projecting the spirit world to your file. Alright, let's read these. Kunihiko Aso, a scholar of the occult who lived in the second half of the 19th century, his research, known as mystical science, attempted to use those new Western technology to explain old Japanese folk beliefs and traditions about the other world. After completing his camera obscura, capable of capturing images of the other world, he made a projector using the same technology. Using this, he was able to play back supernatural images recorded on film that could not be seen on conventional equipment. An old camera called the camera obscura. It was designed by a man with the same surname as you. Aso. Oh, so he's related to you, it seems. To photograph images of spirits and ghosts. They could just randomly have the same surname, but probably not, right? But what was the camera doing inside the manor? The old projector from the house I saw in my dream. It was developed by Kunihiko Aso, who lived in the second half of the 19th century. It uses the technology of the camera obscura to show supernatural images from another plane that can't be played on normal equipment. Okay, so that's all of our articles. And I guess that's everything. Oh, there's boxes over here. Not anything there. What about in this closet? Nope, can't even click on it. I use the word click for like pressing A on things in games all the time. I'm kind of curious because I know I referred to it in like Resident Evil and Final Fantasy 6 and games like that when you just press A at random places. I haven't played them on the channel, but when I was a kid.
Ray? Are you having trouble sleeping?
When I was a kid, I did, and I wonder if I said
It
just press.
seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
I wonder if I would say press A everywhere or click
What can
on
I do for
things.
you?
Miko, I was wondering if you could research this photograph for me. Okay, so we actually do have stuff. Thanks.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything. It's raining again.
It's always raining. But I'm guessing I'd say like press A on things before, and that changed to click after I started using a computer more. That's my guess. I don't think I have any new photos that I need to develop, so let's just go straight back into the dream. That's where I want to go anyways. So we're saving on the fourth one. And, oh yeah, we need to listen to the tapes as well. I think we listen to A. Let's do B.
Yes, that dream. I dreamt of the manor. Yes. Yes, my name is Sarazawa. It's the same manor. It's a big and quiet manor. It was a very cold night. It was snowing, and then the roof collapsed, and the snow started coming in. A song? It sounds like some sort of a nursemaid song. The child kept stabbing at the doll. When I came to, it always hurt. There was always pain. Here, can't you see it? Look, it's right here. It's true. It kept spreading.
So she's talking about the Miku song Sleep, Priestess, Lion, Sleep, and the tattoos on her back, the sleep tattoos, are the ones she's talking about. That's hurting, I guess.
Huh? How many times do I have to explain it? It was a manor, and it was snowing. There was blood. Lots of people, they collapsed all over. In the hallway, in the room, everywhere. Yes, it was a man in white clothes, but he had no face. There was a hatchet and blood on the walls. I always ran as hard as I could. So far. Lots of hands came out of the walls. But when I came to, somehow I was the one chasing the man. That's right. That woman, yesterday she touched me. It was painfully cold. Even when I woke up, my body was like ice. This tattoo.
So same thing. Alright, let's go back to sleep. Who's it gonna be this time? It's gonna be Kay, Miku, or Ray? think it's K. Hour 5. Vanishing. Instructions for spectral action. Hide. Oh no. Added to file. Okay. How do I get to the... Alright, so let me read the instructions because I don't know. I do like that you have to go into the menu to read about it, and it's not just like normally there. So we already read all of these, I believe. How do I go left and right again? Text, other, hiding moves. Okay, here we go. Making use of blind spots, K can hide from vengeful ghosts. By pushing the 0 button, you can crouch to hide. K's filament has a special response to the vengeful ghost. When the vengeful ghost finds him, the filament turns red. When the ghost loses sight of K, it turns blue. By escaping to their blind spots, you can evade ghosts, but there are some ghosts that will pursue you anywhere. Oh, this is about to be really stressful. Alright, so hide and then unhide. Guess we can just go out, right?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was Mia? There are the crimson butterflies. Door's locked. Could Mia be on the other side of the door? The lock is engraved with butterfly. Makes sense. There we go. Up. What's this? Mirror stand is shattered into tiny pieces. Among the fragments, a hairpin engraved with holly reflects the light. Black clump of something stuck to the wall behind the mirror stand. It looks like hair. Yes, it does look like hair. So it looks like somebody's playing the, I think it's called Kami-sen. I think it's a Gaiagun in Korea. There's an old book in front of the koto. Koto, okay. What's a Kami-sen? Is that the one with the up? Maybe. Purple Diary 1. How many days has it been? How many months? How many years? How many outsiders have been brought here? But none of them are like him. He said my hair was beautiful, but no matter how much I arrange it, he'll probably never know how I feel. All I can do is comb my hair and wait for him. That way when he comes back with his camera, he'll take my picture again. Is there anything else in here? Should try not to miss anything. I'm guessing this is going to be the first place where I die a lot, because I am not good at hiding games. I'm not good at hiding games, and they are the kind of thing that really stress me out. We didn't come in this room, did we? I don't think so. Came in that door. Alright, so let's try this door. Door is locked. The keel is long and thin and usually shaped. It is engraved with holly.
Somebody here?
I'm hiding. I wish I could see the other way. I supposed to do something different? I guess so. I can't see. I guess she's over there. Okay, so she's moving now. I can't see. Is there a door behind? No, it's not a door. Alright, so she went that way. Now where is she at? Is she going out again? I don't know, I can't see. Yeah, here I am. Let me hide here. Yeah, I'm here. Don't do that. I'm trying to run right now. Let me run. Okay, we're supposed to go out, apparently. Oh, there's a small door here. Take your time, why don't you? Yeah, if you remember from the second game, you can know how much I don't like hiding stuff. Alright, let me actually read that. An old palanquin hangs from the roof beams. It said something else. You can pause the video and see what it said. It doesn't repeat dialogue once it's done. It more than once sometimes. I can't go that way. Can we go this way? Nothing this way. Screen window. The paper screen window is fixed in place and I can't see outside. Can we go back on this one? Well, there's a small door there. Then what's this way? Oh, okay. That wasn't actually a hallway. Let's see if there's anything past. Getting some herbal medicines would be nice. There's stones laid on the door and several stones are inlaid. Perhaps this is a contrivance to unlock it. You try, but it won't open. There's manuscript engraved on the stone slab. Engraved in the pedestal the same number of panes as are engraved on the sleeping stone. Alright, so apparently I need a sleeping stone. Where could that be? Maybe I can jump off of here. Alright, no. Okay, so we need to go back. I guess we can only walk along the ones we're supposed to go on. Here. Palanquin hangs from the roof beams. Can't go that way, so I guess we have to go back through the room with the lady and find some other way to go. Do I have a map, actually? So I can basically just go back down, is what we want to do. I don't really know about the hiding aspect. I think maybe just running is better for me. Is she gone now? That would be nice. So we couldn't go through this, right? Oh, we can. Herbal medicine. Alright, that's nice. Alright, so I need to go somewhere else. We know where a stone thing is. So I think we need to go down the hallway after the tattoo lady. Down here somewhere. I think she's coming this way. Can I run fast enough? I want to see around the corner. So she's coming. I need to go hide behind this, I think. Sounds like she's getting closer. Yeah, that's much. Oh, I thought she was gone. I thought she was gone. That's why I ran for it. Alright, there's a door over here. Let's get through and maybe she won't. Oh, great. Huge mirror built into the wall. And then where? Oh, great. Great, great, great. So now we're just dead, pretty much. Right? Yeah, because there's nothing I can do. Just run. Alright, let me look at the map. So I can go up. Change forces. Not that button. L1, R1. So I've already been up there, but there's no way for me to go. Kimono room. Then go down here into the up the door. Up here. Did I already go? I think this is where I was before. Yeah, I need to go the other way. Or try to go the other way. Well, that's the butterfly. Then I am just confused. There's no other door, is there? Let's just go in here and look around. This is nothing, right? That's a closet. So let's go here. So we got, yeah, okay, so we can go through that place. I don't know why that didn't, maybe we had to get the ghost to come first before we could go through this door. I wonder if that ghost shows up again now. Woman with the comb. Inside the room, decorated with kimonos and locked from the inside, was the ghost of a woman with long flowing hair. Around the mirror, standing clumps of her hair had been pinned to the wall. Had she been waiting for someone there all that time? Okay. Nothing down here. Let's go the other way. So yeah, she's probably gonna be in other places here. This looks like... Yeah, this looks like the second game. Alright, well let's see which rooms will actually open. That one seems to open. What about this one? Sealed by some strong power. But we can't take a picture of it, I guess. Let's try going straight. Let me hide, maybe? Or just keep running? Oh, come on. Can I open this door? No. Let me try to go hide where this other guy was. I wonder if I need to go when she's down there, or if I should wait till she goes back. Guess I'll just wait till she goes. I actually understood something finally. It hurts. Gone now? Maybe. Okay, so that one was just a hide until she goes away. There There's our projector. He doesn't have a... Doesn't seem to be a film reel inside. Something over here. Type 14 film. So we can... Oh, there's... There's just something that's been caught in the photo. So he has a different camera obscura, right? Wait. Okay, so this is different. Alright, so now we're in the manner of sleep, okay. I want to see the map. So I want to go straight up and to the right. Can I go on this? Nope. Where is this? I'm not hurt. Just leave me alone. Okay, she's coming this way, so I should go back out through this door, hopefully. And wait for it to disappear and come out again. Can't go into that one. Maybe if I go right along the edges of the wall, I'll be okay. Okay. There's not really anything to do but get through here, but if I have to go through the whole Manor of Sleep place, then I don't really know what I should do. Hopefully I can find a camera obscura somewhere. But yeah, I'm finishing right here. It's about an hour that I've played. Yeah, this part's really stressful. It's interesting that they're changing it up, and there are apparently like three different camera obscuras. I think we don't have a camera obscura with K now, but it seems like we're going to get one. And then maybe we can hide or not hide. I'm not sure. But anyways, we have to find that. I don't know how much more longer it's going to take to get through this place. But like if I thought we were almost through, I would just go ahead and go. But I think we're not almost through. I kind of feel like I should go back to the mansion from Fatal Frame 2 and search around a bit more. But now that we have a save, I can go do that and see if stuff's there and feel safe about it. Not have gotten through some part into Kay's night and then like have to die and start all the way from the beginning. So I feel better about that. The hiding's not as bad as I thought it would be so far. It's a bit awkward, I will say. I think it's a little bit awkward. It'd be nice if the people chasing you were a little bit faster, so you don't have to wait so long. And it'd be nicer if the camera, like, you could see stuff a little bit better when you're hiding. Um, and not so awkward. Like, you have to get in a good position when hiding to actually see stuff as well. But anyways, yeah, we're back. Hopefully I'll be able to do more videos a bit soon. Hopefully I'll be able to do more videos a bit sooner. I will try. It's just, yeah, I have a ton of stuff to do recently. So that's why they're not coming out as often. But please like, subscribe, all of that stuff. It really helps me. Especially like it made me want to play more when I saw that actually, yeah, there were people watching the series. So it motivates me to do it, like, and gets me in a better mood. I can become more excited. I can have more energy for the videos instead of it just being like, oh, like I need to get a video out, but I don't really feel like it. It gives me energy to make good videos, is what I'm saying, when I see people liking and subscribing. Commenting would also be nice. I would like to hear more about it. Sorry that the sound was out on the first few videos, but we should be back and good. I'm checking before every video now to like check the sound. So if something goes wrong with the sound, um, I tried my best. So hopefully it didn't. Anyways, yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.